Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So, welcome to the Bhagavad Gita Sarartha Varshani Tika, which is the commentary by Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur, which is bringing the essence of Rupa Goswami's pure devotion definition, that is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karmadhyana. From that perspective, Vishwanath Chakra Thakur has been analyzing the Bhagavad Gita based on the Gaudiya Darshan, based on Rasa Tattva. And the sub-commentary to the Sarartha Varshini Tika is the Rasik Ranjan commentary by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yesterday we were discussing, if you remember, we completed from these two sections, Arjuna's description of the universal form. So Krishna actually describes, but he doesn't show the universal form. What is going to come up, he mentions. And then Arjuna's description of the universal form begins here. Sanjay describes what he is seeing. Then Arjuna describes what he is seeing. So, and then who are you? What is this Ugra Rupa? So then Krishna answers, I am Kala Rupa and I have already finished all of them. Now you become an instrument, you know. In this case, I am the doer, but you become an instrument. That is the compassion of the Lord on his pure devotee, that he wants to give the credit to his pure devotee. But I mentioned what is the surrendered consciousness, that we do activities as though thinking everything depends on us. And when the results come, we should be completely detached as though I have not done it. That time, the sense of non-doership should be very strong. So, both the Gyanis, they are always in the akarta mode because, it entangles. And the karmis are in always karta mode. I am the doer, I am the doer. Karta miti manyate, ahankar vimudatma. So these are the two extremes, but the bhakti perspective is in between. So we have these both balanced together. So that's what we saw. Now, in today's section, we will discuss Arjuna's prayers. After he hears the answer to his question, who are you? I'm Kala and become my instrument. Arjuna is now, he's still praying to the Vishwarupa. There is no Krishna there. Now, Sanjay is describing what Arjuna is going to do is he's going to offer praise. So, Sanjay, the narration goes back to Sanjay. Sanjay Vacha Etat Shrutva Vachanam Keshavasya Kritanjalirvepamana Kiriti Namaskritva Bhuya Evaha Krishnam Sagadgadam Bhita Bhita Pranamya. Sanjay Vacha, hearing the words of Keshava, Etad Keshavasya Vachanam Shrutva. Arjuna with folded hands, Kritanjalir Kiriti. Kiriti is another name of Arjuna. Trembling, Vepamana, offered his respects, Namaskritva, and again overcome by great fear. Bhuya eva bhita bhita, offering respects, Pranamya, spoke to Krishna in faltering voice. Krishnam aha sa gadgadam. Namaskritva is a poetical answer. The normal is Namaskritya. So that is when the meter has to be adjusted. So that time this poetic license is given. Arjuna starts offering his praise. Arjuna vacha sthane rishikesh tava prakirtya jagat praharshat anurajyate cha rakshamsi bhitani disho dravante sarve namasyante cha siddha sangha. Arjuna said, O controller of the senses, Rishikesh. Now he has understood Krishna is controlling everything in the universe. It is actually he who's everywhere in the universe, and he, through the medium of the demigods, is controlling, So that's why, oh, control of the senses. Rightly, Stani, the world rejoices, Jagat Praharshati, and becomes attracted to you, Anurajyate cha, by this celebrated form. Tava Prakirtya. Rightly also, the frightened Rakshasas flee in all directions. Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti. And rightly also, the host of perfect devotees bow down to you. Sarvecha Siddha Sangha Namasyanti. So, seeing this universal form, the effect on the divine and the demonic. The divine, bow down, and the demonic flee. So that is the effect. Suddenly realizing that the pleasing form and the ferocious form of the Lord were objects of attraction and repulsion, he explains this fact and praises the Lord. So the pleasing form was a Vishwarupa. The ferocious form was, Kala Rupa. Sthane and indeclinable here means suitable. So Sthane is here suitable. Sthane means, it can be a place. So it's suitably according to, how their mentalities are there. They either are attracted or repelled. O Rishikesh, you inspire the senses of your devotees to turn towards you, and you inspire the senses of non-devotees to turn away from you. Sometimes drunkards also come near the temple, and coming near to the temple, then they move away. They don't enter the temple because, Krishna is controller of the senses. He doesn't allow sometimes. But of course, some who are in Mahaprabhu's movement, if Mahaprabhu wants to show mercy, even they are allowed. But this is a general trend we have seen. So that's why I'm just giving that example. The universe becomes joyful, praharshati, by the Sankirtan glorifying you, prakirtya, prakirtya. Kirti means, Sankirtan, and becomes attracted to you, anurajyate, they become attracted to you. This is reasonable, Sani, since the universe is favorable to you. The Rakshasas, Asuras, Danvas, Pishach and others, Rakshamsi, these are all the categories, and become fearful, flee in directions, Disha Dravanti. This is also reasonable since they are unfavorably inclined to you. And the whole group of those who are perfected by devotion to you, Siddha Sanghe, offer their respects to you. This is also reasonable since they are your devotees. The universe becomes joyful because universe is product of Krishna, and that's why it is favorable. Rakshasas are unfavorable. Pure devotees offer respects. This verse is famous in Mantra Shastra for its ability to give protection from Rakshasas. So this verse, can give, mantra protection from Rakshasas. So you can chant this mantra for that. Mantra Shastra, for its ability to give protection from Rakshasas. Kasmacha tene namaren mahatmanam gariyasi brahmano adhikartre अनंत देवेश जगन्निवास त्वामक्षरम सद असत तत्परम यत्. O great soul, Mahatman, why should they not offer respects to you? Kasmat cha te na nameran. Nameran means not offer of respects. The first creator, Adi Kartre, greater than Brahma, Brahmano api gariyashi. O infinite one, Ananta, Lord of the Devas, abode of the universe, Devesha Jagannivasa. You are Brahman, Tvam Aksharam, above cause and effect. Sad Asad Tat Param Yat. So, previously also, while describing Arjuna also had addressed Krishna as Tvam Aksharam, you are Brahman, and you are above cause and effect. And here he is addressing him as O Ananta, Devesha, and Jagannivasa, abode of the universe, Jagannivasa. Why should they not offer respects to you? Certainly they should offer respects to you, for you are Brahman, Aksharam, above cause and effect. Tvamadideva Purusha Purana त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परम निधानम वेत्यासि वेद्यं न च पर वेत्यासि वेद्यं च परम च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनंत रूप. You are the original Deva. Tvam Adi Deva, the oldest person, Purusha Purana, the shelter of the universe. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. You are the knower and the object of knowledge. Veta Asi Vedyam Cha. So you are knower, the object of knowledge. Very important. This will come up now more in detail in chapter 13. The supreme abode, Param Cha Dhama. O infinite one, Anantrupa, you pervade this holiness. Tvaya Tatam Vishwam. So where have you come across this word Tatam in the Bhagavad Gita? Who will answer? Where have you come across this? Anyone? Vinita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji. I really don't know.
Maya Tatam Idam Sarvam Jagat Avyaktamurtina. Tatam. So how
9.4.
do you, 9.4, how do you pervade in this universe? So here he is seeing how you pervade this whole universe through the Vishwarupa. Okay. Nidhanam means the place of merging at the time of destruction. Param Dham means the transcendental form of the Lord beyond the gunas. Vayuryamo Agnirvaruna Shashankaha Prajapatistvam Prapitamahascha Namo Namasteyastu Sahasra Kritvaha Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. You are Vayu, Yama, Agni, Varun and Moon. Prajapati and the great grandfather. Our grandfather is Brahma. His father is great grandfather. I offer respects to you 1,000 times. Namo namaste astu sahasra kritvaha. And I again offer respects to you. Punascha bhuyo api namah namaste. So you can imagine Arjuna's state there, he's seeing everywhere, the Supreme Lord, everywhere he is offering his respects. Thousands of times. Nama purastad atah prishtataste. Namo astu te sarvata eva sarva. Anantaviramita vikramastvam sarvam samapnosi tatosi sarva. I offer respects in the back, in the front. Nama purastat, back. And prishta, purastat is front. Prishta is back. Pura and prishta in Sanskrit. On all sides, Nama astute sarvata eva. O person who is everything, sarva. You have infinite power, Tvam Ananta Virya, and immeasurable skill, Amita Vikrama. You pervade everywhere, Sarvam Samapnosi, and therefore you are everything. Tato Si Sarva. So, everywhere he is seeing the universal form. So, I offer you respects to the front, to the back. His backside also is seeing the universal form. Everywhere he is pervading. So that is the power, of the Lord. You pervade all of this universe. Sarvam Samapnus, since it is your product, like gold in earrings and bracelets. Thus, you are everything. Now, he explains, before I told you that, Arjuna has sakras with Krishna, and then with Prem Chakshu, they have a very intimate relationship. Now his whole relationship has changed. He has so much awe and reverence. Oh, Krishna, you are, the all pervading universe in the Vishwarupa. So he becomes aware, and now he is asking forgiveness. Saketi matva prasabam yaduktam. He Krishna, he Yadav, he Saketi. Ajanata mahimanam tavedam. Maya pramadat pranayena vapi. Yachava asartamasatkritausi. विहारशय्यासन भोजनेषु एकोऽथ व्याप्यच्युत तत्समाक्षं तत्क्षमाये त्वम् अहम् अप्रमेयम्. I beg pardon from you, Tat Shamaye. not knowing your greatness, ajanata tava idam mahimanam, and through want of consideration or through affection, maya pramadat pranayena vapi. There is some distraction. Looking upon you, Matma, the immeasurable, apramayam, as a friend, Saketi, for whatever I have said rudely, prasabham yaduktam, such as addressing you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O friend, hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Saketi. This is how Krishna, Arjuna is to address, jokingly with Krishna. And for whatever disrespect I had shown to you in fun, Yad avahasartam asatkritosi, while playing, lying, sitting together, or dining, viharashaya asana bhojanishu, whether alone or in the company of others. Eko ata vyapya achut tat samaksham. Oh, I have committed the greatest offense to you, who are filled with such great powers. In this way, Arjuna manifests great regret. So that's why God, to be intimate with God, if you know his powers, then you cannot go intimate. But Krishna hides his Aishwarya and exhibits his Madhurya sweetness and allow those intimate, affectionate dealings with his devotees, which is Vraj Bhakti. Of course, Arjuna is not a Vraj Bhakta, but his Sakya Ras is also little intimate, although it is Gaurav Sakya, not Vishramba Sakya, but it is Gaurav Sakya. But he has quite intimate relationship with Krishna. Oh Krishna, hey Krishna, you are well known as the son of Vasudeva, who is not famous, who was a human, a mediocre fighter situated in the same chariot as another fighter, Ardharata. So, when Arjuna is to address Krishna, hey Krishna, so it was in a derogatory way, you can say, Array, you, Krishna, you're son of Vasudeva, you know, he's a human being and he's a mediocre fighter and he's a Ardharata. Whereas I, Arjuna, am well known as the son of King Pandu, a great warrior fighting on his own chariot, Atirata. So that's why he considered Krishna inferior. And this Krishna, through his Yogamaya, does that, so that he can exchange loving exchanges. But now he becomes aware. Note, this is the implication of calling out Krishna. Each of the three names address implies that Krishna is in a low position, not suitable in addressing the Supreme Lord. Hey Yadav, oh Yadav, hey Yadav, you do not have the king's position in the Yadu dynasty, but I have kingship over the Puru dynasty. Arjuna, you know that Krishna did not take the king's position. He made Ugrasena. So you don't have that position, but I have. So I am superior to you in that sense. The Sandhi of Saka with Iti is a poetic license. Oh friend, hey Saka, my friendship with you is not because of the greatness of your forefathers, nor because of the reputation of your family, but it is simply based on familiarity. I beg pardon for such rough words, Prasabam, I have spoken for intending the above meanings. The sense of verse 41 is continued in 42 with the verse Shamaye. The proper form of the verb would be Shamayam, I should beg for forgiveness, either through negligence or out of affection. Pramadat pranaya, not knowing you as a universal form. Mahimanam, I have treated you badly during leisure and other times in order to joke. Jokingly, Arjuna is to hit Krishna's back. We know friends do that, no? I have scolded you with sarcastic words saying that you are truthful, innocent, and very gullible. I beg forgiveness for the thousands of offenses produced when you were alone, not in the presence of friends, or when you were surrounded by friends who were joking. So, you see, sometimes two friends, they can be intimate and they might joke, and sometimes he might hit back and insult him. The friend might not take. But if he's insulted among his other family members or other colleagues, you know, then his ego might be hurt. But Arjuna is to do in the presence of his friends. And when he is surrounded by friends, jokingly he is to do this. So I beg forgiveness for, oh master, I beg you to forgive me, Shamaye. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, please forgive me, forgive my thousands of offenses. That's it. पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वामस्य पूज्यश्च गुरुर्गरीयान् न त्वात् समोऽस्ति अभ्यधिक कुतोऽन्य लोकत्रये अप्रतिमः प्रभाव. You are the father of the world. Pitasi lokasya. Pitamasya mata jata pitama. So the Vishwarupa meditation, which was mentioned in 9.16 to 19, is expanded where Krishna is showing how he's prapitama here, everything. Of all moving and non-moving beings, chara acharasya. You are the most deserving of worship. Tvamasya pujya. You are the teacher of scripture, Guru. Therefore, you are the more venerable than all others. Gariyan. No one is equal to you. Tvat, nat tvat samosti, nor greater than you. Abhya adhika kutanya in the three worlds. Lokatrayapi. O person with unsurpassed glory. Apratima prabhava. तस्मात् प्रणम्य परिध्याह कायं प्रसादये त्वाम् अहम् ईशम् इड्यम् पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्यो प्रिय प्रियार प्रियायार्षि देव षोडम्. Therefore, bowing down, tasmat pranamya, prostrating my body, paridhyaya kayam, kayam means the body, I beg pardon from you. Prasadyaye tvam aham. Lord, most worthy of worship. Isham idyam. O Lord Deva, you should tolerate my offenses. Sodum arhasi. Sodum means to tolerate. Just as a father tolerates his son. Piteva putrasya. Or a friend tolerates his friend. Sakeva sakyu. Or a husband tolerates the faults of his wife. Priya priyaya. Paridhya, paridhyaya means placing the body on the earth like a rod out of respect. Like pranipata. Priyayarsi is a poetic license. Factually, you are the Lord of the Jiva souls and their object of worship, and therefore prostrate my body at your lotus feet in obeisances. O adorable Supreme Lord, I entreat you to be gracious to me. You and the Jivas remain eternally bound together with feelings such as friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love. You mercifully accept the feelings of equality that your eternal servants in the form of jivas extend towards you in those respective relations. Adrishtapurvam rishtosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyatitham mano me tvadev me darshaya deva rupam prasida devesha jagannipasa. So after offering prayers, now he puts his request. So what is his request? I am delighted. Rishto asmi, having seen what was unseen before. Adrishta purvam drishtva. But at the same time, my mind is greatly troubled with fear. Pahena cha prata vetitam manome. O Lord, Deva, show me your pleasing form. Tad eva me darshaya rupam. Be kind to me, Prasida, O Lord of Devas, Devesha, the resting place of universe, Jagannivasa. Though I am delighted having seen your body composed of the form of the universe, which has not been previously seen, my mind is distressed with fear because of its ferocity. So the ferocity of that form, Arjuna's fear is still there. So please withdraw this form, I don't want any more this form. Show me your pleasing Saumya Rupa, he says. Therefore, show me that form, Tadeva Rupa, the form of the son of Vasudev, the form of sweetness, which is millions of times dearer to my life. To favor to me, do not display to me that form of great power any longer. You know, enough, I don't want to see this form any longer. Show me that other form. I have now seen you as the Lord of Devatas, Devesh, the resting place of the universe, Jagan Nivasa. It should be understood that Arjuna did not see the body of Krishna in human form, which was the origin of all the forms seen by Arjuna when Krishna displayed the universal form, because his vision was covered by Yogamaya. So what Yogamaya did is, Yogamaya covered Krishna's form, two-handed form, and displayed the universal form. And now what Yogamaya is going to do is, it will take away the universal form and show him the two-handed form. Kiritinam gadinam chakram hastam ichhami tvam drashtum aham tataiva teneva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabahu bhava Vishwamurte. I wish to see you. Tvam drishtum ichhami aham. What is my wish to see? Wearing a crown, holding a club and chakra. Kiritinam gadinam chakram hastam. O thousand armed one. Sahasra bahu. This is the universal form. Form of the universe. Vishwamurte. Appear with that four armed. Teneva chaturbhujena rupena bhava. Become that form. So Arjuna now has a desire to see the four-handed form. Now, okay, we understand Arjuna had a desire to see the universal form to establish how Krishna is the supreme and how he pervades this universe, and to challenge these demonic atheist people who sometimes claim themselves as God. So if they can show the Vishwarupa, then we can, you know, admit them, right? But why Arjuna wants to see the four-handed form and not the two-handed form? There is a deeper reason. It will come up. So kindly hold for that. Moreover, when you show your form with power, show that powerful form filled with the highest rasa, which gives joy to the mind and eyes of people like us, which we saw before in the form of son of Vasudeva for performing human-like pastimes, and not the majestic form which is distasteful to our mind and eye, revealed as the universal form related to the pastimes of the Devtas, which was never seen before. So here it is established that there are these two forms. One is the human form, which does pastimes, which is generally misunderstood. But understand this human form source, you can show the universal form also, but it is a lower form. But this highest form, what is showing, they think it is, material form. This is the stupidity of the human beings. And this is for Deva Leela, you know, as a pastime of the creation and maintenance of this universe. With this intention, Arjuna speaks. I desire to see that form with a crown of valuable jewels, tata eva, which we saw previously sometimes, and with which your parents saw when you were born. So that is why Chaturbhuja. O form of the universe, now having thousands of hands, withdraw that form and appear in that form with four hands. No, Arjuna, you had a desire to see that form. No, see. No, 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 no. Please take it away. Show me that two-handed form. So literally, Arjuna is, in a, his state. We just can't imagine what Arjuna is going through, at this point, when Krishna is showing this form. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Now I want to see your four-armed form in which you wear a crown and on your head and carry a club, disc, and other weapons in your hands. You manifested this present universal form, possessed of thousands of arms, from your four-armed form. O Krishna, I have understood without a doubt that this two-armed Shyamsundar form is completely transcendental and the highest truth. Matta paratrannanyat kinchidasti ananjaya. So ultimately, as I was mentioning, actually, if you see the two-armed form of Shyamsundar is superior. This is superior to the four-armed form. This is also established. You know? It is eternal and it is this form that attracts all jivas. Krishna Su Bhagavan Swayam. The four-armed form of Lord Narayan eternally exists as the opulent pastime manifestation, Aishwarya Vilas, of the two-armed form, Shyamsundar form. At the time of creation, this gigantic universal form manifests from the four-armed Narayan. By this supreme knowledge, my curiosity has been satisfied. So this is Arjuna's prayers. Now Arjuna requests this. Now Krishna will show this form, and also, you know, another section of this will be, you know, the aspects about pure bhakti that I don't know whether we can finish this entire chapter. I think we can finish it. Let us see how long we can go. But do you have any questions on this section? First, let me see. We started a little late also today. Do you have any questions up till now? No. Okay, so let's continue. So Arjuna's prayers are over, and now we are on the last section. Oh, this should have been. श्रीभगवानुवाच मया प्रसन्नेन तवार्जुनेदं रूपं परं दर्शितुमात्मयोगात् तेजोमयं विश्वमनन्ताद्यं यन्मे त्वदन्येन न दृष्टपूर्वम्. The Lord said, being pleased with you, Maya Tvaya Prasannene. I have shown you, Darshitam, the supreme, brilliant, infinite, original form of the universe. Idam Param Tejamayam Ananta Adyam Vishwarupam, which has not been seen by any except you. Tva Yan Tvad Annena Na Drishtam Purvam, by my own yoga. Maya, Atma Yoga. So this form is spiritual. That's what also we can see. O Arjuna, you have said that you desire to see my majestic form. Verse 3. And by your request, I have shown the form of the universe, which is one of my parts. Why has your mind become disturbed on seeing it? No, Krishna is, Krishna is still speaking in the universal form, please remember. And he is exchanging, you know, rasa with Arjuna, You wanted to see, na? So see, na? I'm showing you now. Why are you disturbed? Is it not astonishing that you plead with me, wanting now to see my human form? Thus the Lord speaks this verse. Being pleased with you, I have shown this form to you, Tava, alone, and not to anyone else, since it has not been seen previously by anyone. Of course, here Krishna mentions that, but there were some rare pure devotees who also saw in the divine realms, Devta realms also they saw. Comes up. In spite of that, do you not want to see that form? You know, no one else has seen this form, Baba, universal form. And I'm showing you. See, see. In one sense, Krishna is teasing Arjuna, न वेदयज्ञाध्यायैर्न दानैर्न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपसख्य अहं नृलोके दृष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीर. Not by study of the Vedas, by sacrifice, by recital of scriptures, by charities, by rituals or severe austerities, can this form be seen in this world. Evam aham rupa drishtum sakya nirloka. It cannot be seen by anyone except you, O hero of the Kurus. Drishtum tad annena kuru pravira. By all these acts, Veda, Yajna, Adhyaya, Dana, Kriya, Tapa, Ugra, nobody can see this, and you are the only one who is seeing, and now you don't want to see. What is this? This form which I have shown to you is rarely seen even by those who study the Vedas and follow other processes. I cannot be seen in this form by anyone except you. The absence of visarga and consonant sandhi to form shakyo aham instead of sakya aham in this verse is poetic license. Therefore, consider this that you have attained something which is not attainable by others. Fix your mind on this form, difficult to see for everyone, a form which is certainly the Lord. So, fix your mind on this. Having seen that form, you should forget about the human form you are again desiring to see. So here Again, the contrast of the superiority of Ananya Bhakti to Vishwarupa Upasana has been brought out. Because Vishwarupa Upasana is Jnana Yajnena Chapanne Yajanto Mam Upasate Ekatvena Prataktvena Bhauda Vishwatomukam. And this is inferior even down to the Chaturvida Bhajante Mam, which we saw in the previous classes. So, Krishna establishes how Ananya Bhakti is superior to Vishwarupa Upasana also. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, O best of the Kuru warriors, nobody in this world has ever seen this universal form manifested by my Yogamaya Shakti, even by the study of Vedas or performance of sacrifice, charity, religious activities, or severe austerities. You are the only one to have seen it. All those jivas who have attained the position of demigods see and remember my universal form within their divine eyes and minds. So now you can see, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is clarifying now that all the jivas who have attained the position of demigods see and remember my universal form with divine eyes and minds. So there is a divine eye. Divine is again celestial, as I mentioned. There is a celestial eye and there is a celestial mind also. In this mundane world, those who are bound by delusion and covered by ignorance cannot see this divine form. But my devotees who are in yoga union with me are always fixed in the eternal conscious reality, transcend delusion as well as divinity. They, like you, do not feel comfortable with this form but hanker to see my eternal and transcendental, beautiful human like form. So even they, those bhaktas, premi bhaktas, like to see the human like form. माते व्यता माते विमूढभाव दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरम् इड्रिन् ममेधम् वेपेतभिः प्रीतमनः पुनस्त्वं तद् एव मे रूपम् इदं प्रपश्य. Do not be disturbed. Mate vyatha. Do not be bewildered. Mate vimudha bhava. On having seen Drishtva, that terrifying form of mom. Idrik mama idam ghora rupam. Devoid of fear. Vepeta bhiya. Pleased in mind. Pritamana. See again this form of mine that you have requested to see. Punas tvam tad eva me rupam idam prapasya. Prapashya. Sorry, prapasya nahi. Prapashya. It is. Prapashya. So now see this form means 400 form. O Supreme Lord, why do you not understand me? You are forcibly giving me something which I don't want. I don't want to see this form. Take away. But you are still seeing this form of yours. My limbs are distressed. My mind is pained. Constantly I'm fainting. Let me offer my respects again and again to that majestic form from far away. I will never again pray to see that form. Forgive me, forgive me. Show me that form with a moon-like face covered with showers of nectar through the sweetest miles. Please show me that form. The Lord then speaks this verse in comforting mood to Arjuna, who is distressed in the above manner. Foolish persons do not believe in contemplating this Vishwarupa. Second, Vishwarupa should be that. By seeing this terrible form, you should be neither agitated or bewildered. My devotees are peaceful and they are partial to my transcendental human form. I therefore bless you not to be agitated or bewildered in relation to my universal form. Those devotees who are attracted to my sweetness, Madhurya, have no purpose with this Vishwarupa. So, Prabhupada's statement, in the 11th chapter, uh, godless display of God, he says. God is displaying this universal form, and Prabhupada is saying godless display. How can you say like that? So here you can see that the devotees who are attracted to the two hand feature sweet form of Krishna with smile, they are not attracted to his display of Aishwarya. So that is the point Prabhupada is also making. And then he quotes how these sakas, were playing with Krishna, So how will play with the Vishwarupa? So terrifying, you cannot play with him. Since you are afraid in my pastimes, my Leela Saka, you are to be an. Something has happened here. Okay, it has got cut, so I'll just place it up. Those devotees who are attracted to my sweetness, Madhurya, have no purpose with this Vishwarupa. Since you are a friend in my pastimes, my Leela Saka, you are to be an instrument in all my pastimes. In the Vishwarup also you are part. It is not proper for you to be disturbed like this. Now give up your fear and with a cheerful mind see my eternal human-like form. And now, Krishna is going to show Arjuna, Krishna has spoken to Arjuna like this, and Sanjay is narrating. So the narration goes back to Sanjay. इत्यार्जुनं वसुदेवस्ततोक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं दर्शयाम आश भूय आश्वासयाम आश च भीतम् एनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर महात्मा. Having spoken to Arjuna this, iti Arjunam tata ukta, Vasudev showed his personal four-handed form again. Vasudeva swakam rupam darshayam asha bhuya, because of his Arjuna's desire to see the four-handed form. Then again, appearing in his pleasant two-handed form, Puna Saumya Vapur Bhutva. Now please mark this. So, there is the universal form. From the universal form, the four-armed form, and then there is a two-armed form. So ultimately, the two-armed form is the source of the four-armed form and the universal form. So this is the topmost. And that's how, Anyanya Bhakti is proved superior to, any Aishwarya Bhakti also. So the Saumya Vapur, the great soul, Mahatma, gave comfort to the fearful Arjuna. Ashvasayam cha bhitam enam. Just as the Lord has showed the very ferocious form which arose from just one of his parts, he again showed his own sweet personal form, Swakam Rupam, with four hands, crown, club, chakra, and other ornaments, which was requested by Arjuna, and which was a mixture of sweetness and grandeur. It was a mixture of Madhurya and Aishwarya. Then again, the great soul became the two-handed form, pleasant form, Saumya Vapu, wearing bracelets, earring, turban, and yellow cloth, and comforted the fearful Arjuna. Arjuna now says, Drishtvedam manusham rupam tvaya saumyam janardana idanimasmi samvrittah sacheta prakritim gataha. Arjuna said, Janardana, seeing this pleasant form of yours, Društva tava idam saumya manusham rupam, I have regained my consciousness. Idanim sacheta prakritim gata, and I have gained composure. Samvritti asmi. Then Arjuna, seeing the very sweet form of Krishna bathing in an ocean of bliss, spoke, O Janardhan, now I have regained my consciousness. Sacheta samvritta, and I have gained composure. Prakritim gata. Now the Lord speaks. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sudurdarsham idam rupam drishtvan asi yan mama deva piyasya rupasya nityam darshana kangshina. Now interesting, huh? Vishwarup also was darshan. The four-handed form also was darshan. But this two-handed form, this is what? Sudurdarshan. Darshan means darsham. Dur means very rare. Su means very, very rare. Idam rupam. So this idam rupam again refers to now this two-handed form. This form of mind, idam mama rupam, which you have seen, yad drishtavanasi, is very difficult to see. Su dur darsham. Even the devtas, devapi, are always eager to see. Nityam darshana kangshina, this form, asya rupasya. Here the Lord glorifies in 3 verses his Vishwarup which he showed. So this is glorification of the Vishwarup. Yeah, it will be first the Vishwarupa, and then he'll come to how rare is this two-handed form. The Devatas desire to see the Vishwarupa but cannot see it. Sorry, it is about the Vishwarupa, not the two-handed form. So I'm wrong about it. Let me admit it. It's later on it will come, I think, that how the two-handed form is even superior to the Vishwarupa. So that's what Krishna is going to establish. It will come up. I thought that is established in this verse. The Devatas desire to see the Vishwarupa but cannot see it. But you do not desire that form at all. How can your two eyes, which continually taste the great sweetness of my human form, which is the original form, enjoy that universal form? Therefore, I give you divya eyes to see it. Divyam dadami te chakshu. So now again it becomes clear that Arjuna had transcendental eyes and he was seeing the sweetness of Krishna's two-handed form. So to see the Vishwarupa, he needed Devta vision or celestial eyes. But though I gave you Divya heavenly eyes, I did not give you Divya mind, divine mind, celestial mind, because then the celestial mind will be attracted to the Vishwarupa Upasana, whereas the transcendental mind is attracted to the 200 form Sham Sundar. Thus, by your Divya eyes alone, you cannot enjoy completely that form because your mind relishes only the great sweetness of my human form. If I had given you a Divya mind, then you would have relished that Swarupa of the Purush as a universal form, just as the Devtas do. So it's a matter of rasa. Like, you know, just to give a crude example, uh, a drunkard, you give him nice charnamrit, he will not relish it. He needs his so-called somras. I'm using a polished language, real liquor, degraded liquors. That only he relishes. So similarly, if Arjuna was given a divine mind, then he would, relish the universal form. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, O Arjuna, the form which you now see is most rare. Even demigods like Brahma and Rudra always hanker to see this eternal form. If you wonder how this human form is so rare that it is seen where everyone is seen where everyone, then I want to explain this tattva too. Wait, 1 minute. Huh? Let me just give me a minute, please, because I feel some mistake has happened while typing. Let me check in the original book how it is. Uh, where is the book? I usually keep it below my table. Just give me 1 minute, please. I just want to clarify this. So what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is trying, if you wonder how this human form is so rare when it is seen by everyone, then I will explain this tattva to you here attentively. So you might say, Arey, Vishwarup Darshan, you need special qualification. You need, celestial eyes. And only Arjuna could see. None of them had seen. Krishna is saying, nobody has seen this. I am showing it to you specially. See. And you desire to see. No, I don't want now, he's saying. You know, now Krishna is showing the two-handed form. And Krishna is saying this is even rare to see this. But everyone sees Krishna's form. Everyone saw. Duryodhan saw. All the asuras saw. How that is rare then, this two-handed form, when everyone could see you in the two-handed form. So now Bhaktan Thakur mentions there are three types of perceptions related to my transcendental form as Sri Krishna. So, with respect to the transcendental form of Krishna, there are three types of perceptions. A Vidvat Pratiti. We have already mentioned this, terminologies. It came previously also. Yav Yautkika nahi hai. No, let me see. There's a lot of corrections here. Yautkika. Yautkika. Yautkika means, yukti. Yautkika is a Bengali term which is yuktika and it has become yautkika. Correct, it is. Correct. Okay, I'm sharing the screen once again. Yautkika means with logic and vidvat pratiti. A vidvat pratiti is a perception of the ignorant and it is based on empiric knowledge only. They see my eternal Swarupa as mundane and temporary. Avajananti mamuda manusham tanimashruta. One cannot understand the supreme nature of the Sarupa by such perception. By reasoning or divya pratiti or yautkika means, yukti. The demigods and persons are proud of their knowledge, consider my Saru to be mundane and temporary. And they think above that is the universal form. They accept the eternal reality of either my universal form, which pervades the whole universe, or my aspect that negates the universe, that is Nirvishesh Brahma. They conclude that my human form is only temporary means of worship. However, by perception that is based on transcendental knowledge, Vidvat Pratiti, my devotees who are endowed with spiritual vision realize my human form to be directly the abode of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, Satchidanand Dhama. This type of realized vision is rare even for demigods. Correct. So the Sudarshanam refers to that Krishna's form as a two-handed form of, which he is now showing. Among the demigods, only Brahma and Shiva, who are my pure devotees, forever long to see my human form. You know, it's so rare. Having seen this universal form, uniform universal form, you have been able to understand by my mercy the supremacy of my eternal form. So, what in this chapter is established? There is a Vishwarup and there is a Dvibija and how Dvibij Shamsundar form is superior to the Vishwarup, and that Upasana also established. This is because you are engaged in my pure bhakti to me in friendship. Okay, last few verses are there. नाहं वेदेर्न तपसा न दानेन च न दानेन न चे जया शक्य एवं विदो दृष्टुम दृष्टवान असि माम यथा. There also it was mentioned that universal form cannot be seen by Gyan, Veda, Tapasya. Now about this two-handed form, not through the Vedas, not through austerities, charities, performance of sacrifice, is it possible to see me? Aham evam vido drishtam sakya, as you have seen me. Drishtavan asi mam yatha. Moreover, please understand that others who desire the goal of their lives, that Swarupa which is not desired by you, cannot see that form or know that form even by such practices of study of Veda. Now, how it is possible? By Ananya Bhakti. So the glorification of Ananya Bhakti comes in this verse. Bhaktya to ananyaya shakya aham evam vido arjuna gyatum drishtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Only by Ananya Bhakti, Ananya Bhaktya tu, it is possible to know me. Me here not means the universal form or the four-handed form, it means a two-handed form. See me or even merge in me. Aham evam vidu tatvena gyatum drishtum pravishtum cha shakya. O Arjuna. Then by what practice can this Vishwarupa attain? By bhakti, I can be known and seen. The dropping of the visarga without sandhi, shakya, aham, the normal form, this is something to do with sandhi. Even if one desires nirvana moksha, then one can merge pravishtam with Brahman only by Ananya Bhakti and not by other processes. The Bhakti has to be there in that. So in the 13th chapter it will come the items of knowledge. Mayi cha ananya yogena bhakti avyavicharini. One of the items in the 20 items of knowledge. The guni bhuti Guta Bhakti of the Gyanis remains as a small amount of Ananya Bhakti after the renunciation of Gyan at the time of death. So that's why you have to understand there, it is not referring to Ananya Bhakti, because if they practice Ananya Bhakti, they will attain Shyam Sundar Krishna. But they practice Gyan, and one element is Ananya Bhakti. And that Ananya Bhakti is in small amount after they give up Gyan. So with that Ananya Bhakti, small amount, they attain liberation. So that is the point being made. I hope you are very clear about this. By that, they attain Sayuj Mukti. I will substantiate that point later in the verse. Tato mam tatvato gyatva vishete tad anantaram. Knowing me as Brahman, they enter in me. Now, what is the sadhana to attain Krishna by Adanya Bhakti? So that sadhana, abhidheya is mentioned in this verse. Mat karma krin mat paramo, mad bhakta sanga vivarjita, nirvaira sarva bhuteshu, yah samam eti pandava. He who does work for me, yah mat karma krit, who holds me as supreme, mat paramo, who is devoted to me, mad bhakta, without materialistic association. Sangha varjita, devoid of hatred for any living being. Nirvairya sarva bhuteshu, attains me, O Arjuna. Sa mam eti pandava. So Prabhupada mentions this as the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Many places he mentions that this verse is speaking of the essence of Bhagavad Gita because how Ananya Bhakti has to be practiced, Krishna is mentioning here. In order to summarize the subject of bhakti, in this verse, the Lord speaks about the general characteristics of various types of devotees who are described starting with the seventh chapter. Sanghavarjita means devoid of material attachment. Arjuna understood that his victory on the battlefield was dependent on the great power of Krishna alone. This is the meaning of this chapter. Here ends the commentary on the 11th chapter of the Gita for the pleasure of the devotees' minds by the mercy of the Acharyas. Please read Prabhupada's commentary on this verse, very elaborate commentary. I leave the listeners to read this commentary and relish this commentary on the last verse. Okay, so that completes the 11th chapter. We just short 4 minutes more, but any questions you have now, I can take it up. Any questions? Tukaram Prabhuji, yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam.
Yes.
What is the message of this chapter, Prabhuji?
I've been repeatedly explaining how those who are Vishwar Upasakas, Gyan Yajnana Chapanya Yajanto Mam Upasate, and they worship the universe because the universe is a manifestation of the Lord. So they are Vishwar Upasakas, and how Ananya Bhakti to the 200 form of Krishna is superior to uh, Vishwarupa Upasana has been established here.
Yes, you mentioned earlier, Prabhu, correct.
Today also I mentioned, and please understand if to see the Vishwarupa, now I did not give examples and did not go into detail. Now, have you visited Tirupati, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu, many times.
No, Tirupati, when you see with your material eyes, not material, of course, you are a devotee. I'm just mentioning, how do you see these hills as?
No, that Vibhuti concept has come only now after this lecture.
No, but
Otherwise,
when you see these hills,
yeah,
the Sheshadri hills, they are called, right?
that,
Venkatadri hills.
that image, Lord's image is shown. Is
Not,
that what you are referring? I mean,
no,
his
no,
nose, though that kind of form.
no. I am asking you just a simple question.
Yes, Prabhu.
When you're going towards the hill, what do you see these hills? How do you see them?
I haven't thought about anything special other than
No. Please don't. You did not think anything. When you see the hill, what do you see?
the
Simple, I'm asking.
trees, stones,
You
all
see
those
the hill.
things.
You see the hill, correct?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes,
Huh?
yes, Prabhu.
But actually, what is that hill? You tell me.
It is, hill is, I mean, now I am thinking it is Vibhuti,
No.
Hmm.
Have you taken prasad in the
Yes, Prabhuji.
TDT Devasthanam?
Yes, Prabhuji. After darshan, they give in that.
Prasadam. Have you
Don't,
seen on
don't,
the on that there is a huge picture showing the hill? Have you seen that picture or no?
no, Prabhuji, I don't recollect that.
What? How have you visited Balaji Hill now then? Actually, that hill is Anant Shesh.
Okay, yeah,
So the devatas who are in the higher realms, when they see on earth, na,
hmm,
they see that the Lord is resting on Anant Shesh because the Lord always rests on Anant Shesh.
yes,
So materially on our earthly vision, we see them as mountains.
yes,
But if we are bestowed with celestial vision, we
okay.
will also see them not as mountain but as what?
Ananta Shesha.
Anantashish.
Hmm.
So this how rare is divine vision, celestial vision. And even rarer is what? Seeing the 200 form of Krishna, because for that you need transcendental vision. And that is what you'll attain by Ananya Bhakti.
Okay, that
But
is the ultimate message.
but to come to that point of transcendental vision,
Yeah,
what is the main stepping stone?
devotional service.
Oh, devotional service is there, Prabhuji. How you will come to the transcendental vision? You're in material vision.
Yes, Prabhu.
From material vision, how will you go to the transcendental visions to see the Sham Sundar form?
I am not able to recollect, Prabhuji. You have, of course, explained so many
Huh?
things. Um, I don't recollect
Will
that.
anyone else also try? How will you from material vision go
To
up to the transcendental vision? Yes, Vinita Mataji. Yeah.
I'll try, Prabhuji, as per your explanation, if I've understood correctly. Material vision comes with Shraddha, and divine vision comes with Nishtha, and
Okay, I'd
transcendental
mentioned
vision
the
with faith.
stages, but by
Yeah.
Vibhuti Yoga,
Vibhuti Yoga, yes, we have to
by
connect it,
practice of
Prabhuji.
Vibhuti Yoga, we see that every material manifestation has a divine connection with Krishna, and we see that divine connection so that we elevate our consciousness from material consciousness to celestial or divine consciousness.
right,
From divine consciousness, we can go to transcendental vision. So if we don't practice Vibhuti Yoga, then we
yeah,
don't make much advancement.
right.
That's why Vibhuti Yoga is a very important chapter. And please, for us, if you next time go and by Lord's mercy you have bestowed Divyam Dadami Chakshu and you see Anand Shesh, what will be your experience, Tukaram Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
You'll be wonderstruck seeing the huge Ananta Shesh. That picture
Yeah.
is there. Please see in the dining hall next time when you
Well,
go.
in fact, I am trying to book these 2 days, 23, 24th. I couldn't get. Again, I will try next month, online booking.
Yeah. But when you go and see Balaji, you should see Balaji as Sam Sundara. Remember that.
Okay, Prabhu.
We have to see Balaji as Sam Sundara. Don't get attracted to the Aishwarya feature, especially Gaudiyas
Right.
who have come. Very rare Mahaprabhu has come to give Raj Bhakti, which is not even available in Vaikunta.
Mhm.
So wherever I go and see my Lord in majestic feature, I remember the Lord. He is my same Sham Sundar who has come in this form. You should see like that.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Any other questions anyone else has? Any other clarifications? Yes, Vinita Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, you had explained the difference between Vishwarupa and Virat Rupa through some with the help of some slides.
Yes. I'll be
Because there
sharing
is
that slides.
okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. That is all.
Yeah. Okay. Just send a message so that I'll remember. Tomorrow when I get time, I'll do that.
Okay, Prabhuji. I'll do that.
Thank you very,
Thank
very much.
thank you.
Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Hare Krishna.